Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about another short-term project that in my opinion can get you consistent gains. And this project is called Bandot protocol or the BDT token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website bandot.io in order to learn more about this project, right? But before we talk about Bandot, I want to talk to you guys about Gateio. Gateio is a centralized exchange that's known for listing low market cap gem tokens way before they get listed on major centralized exchanges such as Binance or Coinbase. What this means is if you have a Gateio account and if you buy these low market cap gem tokens, you stand a chance to make 10, 20, 50 or even 100x gains on these cryptos, right? And if you don't already have a Gateio account, I suggest you to use the link in the description to sign up for your Gateio account today so that you can not just make some really good gains, but you can also use some of their industry leading tools such as copy trading, giveaways and NFT boxes in order to make even more profits as well, right? And by using the link to sign up for a Gateio account, you're also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank you in advance. So going back to the Bandot protocol, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information presented on CoinMarketCap's page for this token, along with the information presented on the website itself. But this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is Bandot protocol? Bandot is Polkadot's unsecured lending system, building a new paradigm of liquidity aggregation protocol platform. So this is the only information that's available in CoinMarketCap's page. So what they're stating is Bandot is a Polkadot's unsecured lending system. So it is a platform that allows you to lend your tokens in an unsecured manner. So what unsecured means is usually in a lending protocol, you would have to deposit a collateral and you can only borrow a specific percentage of the value of the collateral itself, which could be mostly 50% or 60%, or in the upper end, you can even borrow 80%, loan to value ratio for the crypto assets that you place in a particular platform, right? Some of the examples include Aave, Compound Finance, and so on and so forth, right? So those are collateralized lending systems, but Bandot protocol offers uncollateralized lending system in the Polkadot ecosystem, right? So it's completely trying to become one of the most leading unsecured lending platforms on the newest Polkadot ecosystem, right? Building a new paradigm of liquidity aggregation platform. So they're trying to build a new paradigm of liquidity aggregation platform on the Polkadot ecosystem, right? So that's basically what we can get from CoinMarketCap's page for this token. So let's go to the website itself to get additional information. So if you go to the website bandot.io, right off the bat, they have a pretty decent website, and I really like their logo on the top left corner. So Bandot's cross-chain unsecured lending, a new liquidity aggregation platform, which we already discussed before. So cross-chain smart token swap, unsecured credit lending, liquidity pools, and much more. So you can basically get all of these features available, which includes cross-chain smart token swap. So if you have a platform like Ethereum, where you have multiple different like swapping protocols, each swapping protocol can only swap tokens within their particular liquidity pool, right? Some of them can use liquidity pools from other platforms, but that's the extent that we've gone so far. But what Bandot protocol allows you to do is it allows you to use cross-chain smart token swap feature, to swap tokens from one platform in one chain to another platform to another chain, right? Let's say, for example, you're trying to, swap cake tokens from PancakeSwap to, maybe dot tokens from the Polkadot ecosystem, right? Instead of using the PancakeSwap exchange in order to get dot tokens in the Binance Smart Chain or Binance BNB chain, you can swap cake tokens from the BEP20 version and swap it to the dot tokens in the native Polkadot ecosystem in another blockchain, right? So that's basically what they're talking about when it comes to cross-chain smart token swap. And they're also talking about unsecured credit lending, which is, again, you don't have to deposit a collateral. You can basically borrow or kind of like loan some tokens from the platform without having to place any collateral, right? And also provide liquidity as well. So that's why they have liquidity pools as well. So if you want to use this platform, you can click get started and use this platform right away, right? So if you scroll below, they are going deep into their unsecured lending. So unsecured lending is a new DeFi attempt that uses a credit guarantee mechanism to allow users to borrow without collateralizing actual assets. So this is something that we already discussed before. So I'm going to go to the next sentence. Bandot tries cross-chain credit mortgage for the first time in Polkadot. That is, the credit accumulated in one parallel chains of Polkadot can also be seamlessly used as a mortgage certificate on Bandot, so that users can obtain high returns through a combination of multiple types of assets. So this is very important here because Polkadot in and of itself is trying to allow for cross-chain or XCM, which is a messaging system that allows for NFTs and tokens to be interacted between two different parachains on the Polkadot ecosystem. So this feature is going to basically unlock a lot of potential applications for multiple different platforms, right? And what Bandot protocol is trying to do is use this feature to their advantage and allow for cross-chain lending or credit lending. Thereby, when you have a particular credit in one chain of Polkadot, you can use that to borrow money from another chain in another parachain of Polkadot, right? So that's pretty cool and innovative. It's going to be really cool to literally take loans from one chain while another chain is basically where you have collateral in. That's going to be something of a new revolution in the crypto space, right? So if you scroll below, they have additional information as well. So if you're in the top right corner, if you click VAMM, you can learn about what VAMM accomplishes. So VAMM attempts to innovate based on existing models in the AMM protocol to try to solve legacy problems such as asset use efficiency, impermanent loss, and asset liquidity management. So they have VAMM, which is basically an overvamped version of AMM that tries to solve some of the issues that are existing in the regular automated market maker or AMM in the crypto space, right? And if you see, based on the original AMM basic management or agreement, VAMM introduces the concept of an automatic market maker agreement in which the real fund pool and a virtual fund pool coexist. So you can basically create a liquidity pool between a real fund as well as a virtual fund pool, which is quite different and unique in the crypto space. And that's basically something that you can do with your VAMM, right? VAMM, right? So it provides the necessary infrastructure around innovations in improving capital efficiency and reducing impermanent losses to attract more liquidity providers. So they're trying to reduce impermanent loss as well as a means to attract more liquidity providers, because liquidity providers are kind of like in a shortage right now overall in the crypto space, and they're trying to boost that rate using their VAMM DEX, right? So that's another feature that's available on the platform. So if you scroll further below, you can see some of their information about their roadmap to see where they're at right now. They haven't really updated their roadmap since Q4 of 2021, which is quite surprising because already in the Q2 of 2022. Their investment agency, which is basically their partnerships, includes NGC Ventures, Delian Capital, Candac, SNZ, Cabin VC, Gateio, Lancer Capital, PNYX, Dora Hacks, Zonaf Partners, Autonomy, Hotbit, Oasis Capital, YBB Foundation, as well as Angel One, ZB Capital, Chainfair Capital, IPFS Mean, Poker Fund, as well as Crypto Ventures Capital. So overall, a decent number of less well-known venture capitalists have invested in this project, and it's going to be interesting to see what's the future of this project, right? So when it comes to partners, they're partnered with Refinance, Apron, Darwinia, Aries Protocol, Polkadot.club, Rai Finance, Tidal, as well as Paytract. So basically, these are some of the partners that are working with this platform in order to make sure that they are supported in a Bandot protocol, right? So if you scroll further below, you can find their white paper as well as their blog, which I highly recommend you guys to access to learn more about this project. But at the same time, you can also access their social media information, which will allow you to be a part of their community, right? So it's a pretty straightforward platform with a lot of unique use cases. So if you go back to the CoinMarketCap page for this token is currently ranked 2,895th by market cap on CoinMarketCap, and is currently trading at less than 1 cent per token. It's in fact trading at exactly $0.004 per token, right? And at the same time, and despite the sticker price of this token being significantly lower than 1 cent, this token is actually pumping at a rate of 226.52% in the past 24 hours. So it has increased 200%, more than 200% in the past 24 hours, which means this is the worst time to buy this token because this token is red hot, piping red hot right now. So be very careful if you're trying to buy this token. So this is still the best time for you to do research on this token. It's not the best time to buy this token, right? So by doing research at this time, you are allowing for the token price to cool down while you're learning more about this project to see if this is the project that you want to invest in. And this will give you an idea on whether you want to allocate funds to buy this token or not, right? So that's the reasoning for me covering this video at this time. This does not mean that you should buy this token at this price point because it's quite high when it comes to its fundamentals, right? So when it comes to the market cap itself, there's no information about this token's market cap because it's a relatively brand new token. In fact, it's very new to the scenario, and not a lot of information is available about this token. And obviously the same thing with regards to circulating supply and max supply as well. But I believe that based on the sticker price of this token has a max supply of maybe more than 5 to 10 billion tokens, which is definitely a possibility. And since it's a brand new token, I think the circulating supply is less than 5% of its max supply, right? So obviously the tokenomics seem to be very poor. We don't really know the exact tokenomics because we don't know the exact max supply and circulating supply. But based on the sticker price, along with the new nature of this token, I think this token has a huge inflationary push. And when we see the charts, you'll understand what I'm talking about because this token has been dumping for quite some time, but when it pumps really hard, right? So even though this token has some of the worst tokenomics because of its possible billions of tokens in max supply, I think it is still a good token to look into because it's a really good short-term play, which is why when I started this video, I mentioned this is a really good short-term play, right? So you will see what I'm talking about when I show you the charts. So as I said, if you look at the charts, even though this token is pumping, you will pretty much see on CoinMarketCap's chart that this token has only pumped ever so slightly in the grand scheme of things. In fact, it has made some really good pumps and dumps, which makes it a really predictable short-term play in the short term, right? But the initial price of this token was quite high. In fact, it was worth 3.5 cents per token, and then it pretty much like crashed like straight to the bottom to an all-time lows of about $0.003 per token. So it was worth 0.03 dollars per token, but it was currently worth recently at about $0.003 per token as of 27th of July 2021. But then it pumped and dumped, then kind of waited for some time, pumped and dumped, and it's a very predictable token, which is one of my favorite tokens because I like tokens that are very predictable. For the short-term gains, you need to have predictability, right? If you don't have predictability, then it's not a good short-term gain because it's a risky play. This token has some really good predictable price volatility, which you can definitely take advantage of because it's a relatively new token with a lot of circulating supply. You can play this token well if you know what you're doing, right? For now, if you see, the token has pumped quite high, and the next theme of this token is going to be dump. It's going to dump to a price of probably at $0.001 per token, which is obviously the best time to buy this token because you can clearly see that this token has a bouncy pattern, like up, down, and all that. So it's kind of going to become a token that you need to wait till it crashes to a price point of $0.001 per token to buy this token as a good investment for the short term, right? Again, it's not financial advice, but please do your own research, right? It could still be a very risky token. When it comes to Bitcoin comparator, I'm not even going to compare look at the Bitcoin comparator because first of all, I would not recommend you to buy this token with Bitcoins because it seems to be a very highly inflationary token. Bitcoin is a scarce token. I would never allow you to, I never suggest you to buy a inflationary token with a scarce token, because scarce tokens are always valuable. And the second thing is that the Bitcoin comparative is extremely volatile, and I don't even think you can even find Bitcoin comparative anywhere in the list. When we look at the market section, you will see that there's no Bitcoin pair for this token, right? So it's going to be very hard for you to buy this token, and even if you buy it, the volume will be extremely low, so you might as well stick with the dollar comparative than Bitcoin comparative, right? But again, Bitcoin comparative also shows similar pattern. The token price is significantly smaller than 1 Satoshi, and it was pretty much going down, and now it's kind of like bouncing up and down as like the dollar comparative, and now it's obviously at a high price of again less than 1 Satoshi per token. But you need to be very careful if you do want to invest this token with some Satoshis. Be very careful about it, right? I would always suggest you to stick with the dollar comparative, and even at this price point, which is the current price point right now, I would never recommend you to buy this token, because it's a very risky token, because it could dump easily, right? So if you take a look at the markets itself, you can clearly see, as I mentioned, there's no real Bitcoin comparative on any of these exchanges, and obviously the major exchange where you can buy this token from is Gateio, which is one of the best exchanges for buying low market cap gem tokens in the crypto space. And if you don't already have a Gateio account, I suggest you to use the link in the description to set up your Gateio account today, in order for you to get some really good gains, and at the same time you get 30% trading fee rebate on any trades that you make as well, right? So by using the link to sign up for a Gateio account, you're also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank in advance. And if you see, MEXC is the next next popular exchange that is listed this token. But again, if you see, Gateio seems to be having the most volume, and in Gateio you can also buy this token with ETH, which I would never recommend, because ETH is even more volatile than Bitcoin, and therefore you will have a lot more chances of losing your money. But you have two token alternatives, which is pretty good, and that's what Gateio offers, right? And if you notice, no other exchanges have listed this token, which means that this is a really, really early token where you can definitely make some good gains. And at the same time, when some major exchanges list this token, let's say for example, if Huobi Global or OKX lists this token, there would be some exchange-based price pumping, which you can also take advantage of, right? So that's my thoughts, guys. When it comes to my final verdict, I think this is a really good token for the short term. I know that the fundamentals seem to also be strong, but they need to prove that they are a really valuable token to invest in for the long term. I personally feel like the Polkadot ecosystem is very new, and therefore there's going to be a lot of projects that will be competing to outperform themselves. And therefore, this project may not necessarily be in the top 10 best or even in the top 50 best Polkadot projects in the space, but they can definitely be a good short-term price, investment token, and thereby you can definitely make some good gains, even though they are not a good long-term token by itself, right? So I can easily see this token in the short term reaching as high as 1.5 to 2 cents per token again in the next few months, but then it'll crash again and it'll again go back up, right? So you can definitely make some good gains till the market cap crosses maybe to 100 to 150 million dollars in market cap, after which the volatility will slow down, and therefore this will become a bad token to invest in the short term, right? Again, this is just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. Please do your own research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.